Okay, so I hope you remember primary school maths, because today we're revising that by putting maths into coding. So if I have a variable, let's say A is 3, let's say B is 4, how do we do 3 plus 4? How do we add A to B? Let's create a new variable, or no, let's just print this to start with. So we could do print A plus B. Basic maths tells us that A is 3, B is 4, so this will print 3 plus 4, which is 7. And if I click run, and I open, and if you have a good laptop, and I click open, then it will print 7. And if I put any number in here, say I put print 100 plus 300, then it will add those numbers and print that. We get 400. Which means, of course, you can do subtraction too. So let's say I want to do print B minus A, and that will print 4 minus 3, and I'll get 1. And of course, I can just do this by, let's say I set local C equals B minus A, and then I go to print C. This is the same thing as just printing B minus A, so it will print 1 as well. Then we have multiplication and division be the logical next steps. So let's say C is A times B. Normally you would write, if you're doing maths, you would write like A x B, or you would write A dot B. In LUAU, you write A asterisk B when you're multiplying numbers. So C will be A times B, and asterisk is the multiplication symbol, this star symbol. So this will be 3 times 4, A times B, and then print that, and we will get 12. There we go. Now let's say we want to do division. So let's say A is 12, B is 2. Then we use a slash, so A slash B, A over B. So this will be 12 divided by 2, A divided by B. And there you go. So we can just print this out quickly. Let's say we have local A equals 3, no, A is 12, local B is 2. Just as an example of all of this together, we can do local, let's say operation 1, op1 equals A plus B. It doesn't matter if there's a space here or not, it will do the same thing, but it might look neater to include a space, it's more readable. Then local op2 equals, say A minus B, local op3 equals A times B, local op4 equals A divided by B. And I would encourage you to think for yourself about what the result of each of these statements will be. When I go to print op1, 2, 3, 4, what number do you expect it to print out for each of these? And you'll see whether you're right or wrong or not in a moment here. So let's print each of these, and what we should get is op1 is A plus B, so 14, op2 is A minus B, that's 12 minus 2, so 10, op3 is A times B, 12 times 2, so 24, and op4 is 12 divided by 2, A divided by B, so that should give us 6. And there are the answers in the output. Okay, so there is another special form of division here that you might not know, called modulo. So if I have A divided by B, this is standard division, this will give me just A divided by B, obviously. But another way of looking at division with this special function called modulo is, let's say I have local dividend equals 12, local dividend equals 12 and local divisor equals 10. So dividend refers to the number that is being divided, here it's A, and divisor refers to the number that the number is being divided by, that the dividend is being divided by. So here the dividend is A, and here the divisor is 10. Now if I ran standard division, say print dividend over divisor, I'm still running code. If I run print dividend over divisor, there we go, and this is going to give me 1.2, and we call that the quotient. The result of division is called the quotient, so local quotient equals dividend over divisor, because this is still just standard division. So print quotient and 1.2, because 12 over 10 is 1.2. But if we replace this slash with a percent symbol, then instead of doing standard division, we're now doing modulo. So instead of obtaining the quotient, modulo will obtain the remainder. So to give you an example of what that means, here we're dividing 12 by 10. How many times can we put 10 into 12? Well, 1.2, but we want this to be a whole number, so let's say 1. Okay, we're not going to accept a decimal as our quotient here. So we can only fit 1 10 in 12. 12 minus 10 is 2, therefore 2 is left over. So our remainder is 2. So modulo will obtain the remainder of a division, instead of just performing standard division. And if I set this to say the dividend is 23, what do you think will happen here? I encourage you to try to figure out what it will print. And it will print 3. That's because 10 fits into 23 twice, and when it does so, 3 is left over. Now, if I just wanted to obtain the normal quotient through standard division, then instead of giving me the remainder, it would just give me 23 divided by 10, which is 2.3. Because 10 fits into 23 2.3 times, we're allowing a decimal here. Whereas modulo will just give me the remainder after the divisor is fit into the dividend a whole number of times, 3. Because 2 10s can fit into 23, and when it does so, 23 minus 2 10s is 3, so 3 is left over, which is the remainder, and that is modulo. So the 5 basic functions, arithmetic functions in scripting, you have plus, minus, times, divide, and modulo. Modulo might seem a bit scary, but trust me, it will come in handy at some point down the line. You are almost guaranteed to script many things that will require modulo here and there, just as you're required to script things that involve division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. Don't sleep on modulo, please. It is useful. You can use it in visual effects, in combat, in weather systems, in basically anything. It's a very nice maths function, so try to understand it. Try to understand all this arithmetic, even if you don't know modulo yet. Go and learn it.